Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Ngombe, which means headman of cattle. My name, of course, Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. You know, today, which is the 13th of July, I went through the videos. I usually do that where I go through our old videos, my old videos, to just see what videos I've done, what topics I've touched on, whatever, and I touched on. And shocking, to my amazement, which was quite shocking, I never did a video on Boer goats. I've done videos on Savannah goats, Kalahari Reds, and goat farming. But I never did a video on the king of meat goat farming, which is the Boer goat. So then I said I have to rectify that, because how can I call myself the headman of cattle when I've never done a video on Boer goats? And the Boer goats is one of the most prestigious goat breed in the entire SADC, in particular, I believe the entire SADC and the entire Africa. Because this goat has really revolutionized how goat farming is done, and it's really brought serious attention to the meat goat industry. So without wasting any time, guys, let's get into that information. As you guys know, I'm never writing solo with my trusted notebook, which is becoming thin, by the way, compared to the pages we worked on. It's becoming thin. I probably have to buy a new one. Let's get into the information about the Boer goat. The hardy and productive South African Boer goat, developed here. Remember, the term Boer goat means farmer's goat. In Afrikaans, farmer is Boer. So if you are farming, you are a Boer. So the hardy and productive South African Boer goat, developed here at the tip of Africa through rigorous selective breeding, practices over more than 70 years. It is the yardstick against which all meat goats are measured. Today, the Boer goat is found in almost every country across the world. It is here in South Africa where the very best genetics in the world are produced and where breeding standards are followed. Fertility is probably the single most important economical important factor in livestock farming. Solid Boer goat genetics, when combined with good management inputs are few. In any other livestock breed, they can match this easily, delivering 180% kidding percentage. That's what they can deliver. Of course, the level of management inputs at all stages is critical to the success of the Boer goat operation. Success doesn't come on its own. While it has become popular to boast with triplets, quadruplets, and even more kids per doe, the commercial producer needs to take note of the additional management inputs required for these additional kids. The combined winning weight of well-raised twins is not significantly less than that of triplets, given the same level of care during their growing stage. The Boer goats are generally resistant to disease and parasites, significantly reduce production costs for the farmer. Their ability to cover long distances, utilize a wide range of vegetation that other livestock won't graze, and other psychological aspects combine to make this a very hardy livestock breed. Mothering ability is a highly inherited trait, and the Boer goat farmers should select for this. So you should look for a female that has very good mothering ability. Does should display a natural instinct to raise and care for their kids, an especially important trait when kidding in bushes. So the females need to be very overprotective of their kids, which are small goats. They're called kids. While Boer goats have been significantly bred over many decades to excel under harsh, extensive areas with poor quality grazing, there are very wide range of climatic conditions that they are found in many countries across the world. Their lean meat, which means the Boer goat has less fat than sheep, and the short hair coats Short hair coats and short hair coats mean that a combination of low temperature, rain, and wind can produce can produce mortalities, overproduction losses. So the Boer goat is not your most hairiest goat breed. So you would probably have to take due care if you are farming in an area where temperatures drop, let's say to -1 or even zero, -1 or even hitting zero. So you need to take due care and need to build proper protection facilities for them against wind, rain, and very cold temperatures. I have seen videos and pictures where some farmers would put all their baby kids in a shack with a heating system in the middle just to keep them safe. I've seen some who do it traditionally, that literally dig a hole, and at night before they go sleep, they would put all their kids in that hole and cover it up, while at least the mothers go out to graze in the camp. So, but you need to take care of that because you can experience losses. Areas that are prone to above weather combinations are generally not suitable for Boer goats. However, given the right level of infrastructure and care, the breed will do well, a bit with higher level of management inputs. So like I said, if you're farming in areas where it gets extremely cold, maybe reaches freezing temperatures during the winters, good management, maybe keeping your goats in a warm shack or a shade, and then during morning time when the sun comes out, it gets a bit hot, letting them go out to graze, but making sure that they are not really exposed to the weather climatic conditions, which you might experience losses. Rapid growth. Stall feeding of Boer goats have become a popular but very expensive practice in recent years. This presents a false impression of the breed, undermining one of its core strengths of hardiness and functional efficiency. Under normal extensive farming conditions, which the Boer goat has been specifically developed, kids can easily reach a marketable weight of between 30 to 40 kilograms on the hoof at around 7 to 8 months. This is with minimum input costs in the form of special feeds and stall feeding. So you can run it in a feeding project, or you can run it in extensive, running it how you'd farm it normally. And they say if you run it as you're supposed to farm it normally with good management skills, you can be reaching about 30 to 40 kilograms at 7 to 8 months of age. So that's how you can do it with the Boer goat. Boer goat is a hardy animal, displaying excellent natural resistance to disease and parasites. Browsing widely to meet his or her requirements, all this will produce high kidding percentage, depending upon the region farmed in and the method under which they are produced. Boer goats typically require minimum inoculation, meaning fewer injections, deworming and dipping. Given the cost of animal health products, that translates into a significant cost saving for farmers. So because you'd have to dip them and deworm them lesser than other breeds, you'd have to spend less money on buying this medication. Then they go age of weaning. When you're weaning now your kids, male kids would be 3 kilograms. You wean them at 3 or 3.5 months of age. The females, you'd wean them at 3.5 months to 4.5 months of age. Then you can do feeding, you can do crib feeding from around 10 days of age to increase growth rates. So you can do crib feeding when you have removed them from their parents. You can give them some crib feeding to help the kids to increase their growth weight after they have been weaned. You'd notice that when you take an animal from its mom, it sometimes gets thin. Important as those should be again 7 to 9 kilograms during the last 6 weeks of pregnancy. So that's the right weight. They're saying your females need to about 7 to 9 kilograms, a bit heavier, during their last 6 weeks of giving birth. So those are things that you need to pay attention to. I had to get kilograms because, that's what we play around with when we're selecting animals to farm with. So your Boer goat males, which you would say a Boer goat buck, not a ram, guys. A ram is sheep. Your Boer goat male could weigh about 100 full grown. The heaviest it can go is 114 kilograms. Your doe, heaviest it could go is 94 kilograms. This all depends on the condition and the type of management skills you're using, the type of farming you're doing. Are you managing them well? Kids kids can weigh from 4 to 8 kilograms. I believe this is at birth and when they start walking. So that's the king of goat farming in Africa. Some more information. Strict breeding standards have allowed the Boer goat to develop into a highly productive goat breed with well-muscled structures and excellent growth and fertility. The color of the Boer goat is characterized with white colors and a red head and ears. The ears are long and droopy. The skin is darkly pigmented. So that's the Boer goat. Boer goat's meat has less fat than mutton and so forth that I mentioned. So the kids can, okay, here's the winning weight for kids. At 100 days of age, kids reach a winning mass of about 25 to 32 kilograms. Boer goats are highly resistant to most diseases than sheep. They are, however, more sensitive to external. So internal illnesses, goats are better than sheep, but external, such as ticks and so forth, they will show suffrage. So you need to minimize your exposure to ticks. That's the king of African goats. I would say the Boer goat. That's the king of beef goats. So that is my 2 cents on Boer goat farming. I was actually amazed that I never did a video on Boer goat farming. Now, in closing, I would remind you guys to, of course, remember to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn on your bell notification to be notified of future uploads, and hit me up in the comment section there if you have any idea for new videos. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say bye for now. See you on the other side.